Hello everybody, welcome to episode 33 of the Tamagotchi Connection series here. And today is a big day because we got some Japanese mail-in. I will be not showing off the whole package. I decided to open it and just take out the Tamagotchi stuff that was in it. Because to be honest, the whole Bai box I set up was filled with Bakutech, Japanese rhythm games, and other really cool things that just kind of don't fit into the series here because the series is about Tamagotchis and stuff. But we will show off the first things I got, which you might be thinking, oh, those are the same Tamagotchis that we've been running in the series. They are, but they are in fancy cases. So these are the Osu and Mesu cases. And as you see here, they fit to the original connections like a glove. The only issue is you do have to take off this key ring and then just put it back on when you put them into these devices, because wondrous fact is that in Japan, the Japanese version of Tamagotchis use way different keychain types. So usually they aren't this big, huge, giant ring that gets in the way. They are usually like this super tiny little thing. But as you see here, we got two of them, and they look really nice. This one's pink for the other side, and then this one is a nice orange. This one did come with a little heart cushion thing. I do not understand the whole purpose of that, but who knows? I left it in there. The other one did not come with a little cushion thing, so kind of sad, but to be honest, it's okay. I like having, at least they have protection now, and they're pretty easy to open. All you have to do is just go right here, open it up, and there you go. Pretty simple. They're really nice, and it just means they now are way more protected in my pocket. And you can still hear them really nicely as well, because they still have like little speaker holes at the bottom there. So you can still hear the whole beepers and stuff going off really nice and loud. So these are really nice. I really like these cases, and they're very easy to see. And of course, there we go. We can show how awesome and easy it is to open and close them. Got a nice little toilet animation there, which, there we go, we caught him. Caught him pooping. And of course, he's just hungry currently. We will have to fill up their stats in a bit, but I want to show off the other things. So we will get to them in just a bit. But there you go, really nice cases, and they're just really cool. Woo! These fit the original connections, the Osu and Mesu, and that's pretty much it. You could technically screw a hole into the corner of these things to fit the other connections. I'm not going to do that because, one, people who make reproductions of these cases do exist. So I recommend buying a repro case from one of those sellers, because one, you can get a color that you like, and two, you don't have to damage these original cases. Because to be honest, why damage a nice original Tamagotchi case? Enjoy it. Use it for your awesome connections, your V1s, your V2s, and your Osus and Mesus. Enjoy the original cases. But I know some people do that. That's up to them. You can do whatever you want with your own stuff. I'm not going to dictate it. I'm not going to dictate your buying purchases and stuff like that. It's up to you. But I prefer to just keep them original, and then either I'm going to make my own copies of them, or I'm going to, find someone online who sells cases. I don't know. Depends if I'm wanting to be lazy or not. But here we go. We got the next one here. This is the Huchi. This is based off a Japanese TV show here, and it is basically a version of the original V3, but has a bunch of characters based off a version of like Japanese SNL, basically. I'm gonna say it's like Japanese SNL because they say it's like that, but it's pretty simple. Of course, they had the original sticker for it in the back. This one is used, by the way. It's just still has the original box and everything, because I don't know. Apparently, a lot of people do not like the original Huchi, but it is pretty cool to see all these little instruction pieces to it. And of course, we got a registration card, I think, right here. Is this registration card? Nope. This is talking about something else. I do not know what it's talking about. But it is really cool to have a box for a Tamagotchi. We will be doing a video of this one later on. Don't know when, because I'm trying to figure out how I want to talk about the V3 stuff, because besides getting a V3 re-release soon, we will also have the other V3 stuff that I also picked up in this thing. So I have to figure out how to not make it like a sort of burnout over time. So, but I'm really excited to have this, and we will do a series. We will be doing a series on this one as well, because it's a whole connection line. We'll be going over every connection. We'll be talking about every one of these little things. As long as I have a little sensor on top right there, and are part of the whole, like, design philosophy of the original connection line, we'll be going over them. But next up, we have some used ones. We got a Family Chi. This is really cool. It's a bit dirty, but to be honest, I paid super cheap for this one. I do have to do some quick fixing up of this one. So besides, like, cleaning it out, I will have to get some polywatch on the screen. It probably will be fine, like, just direct onwards on the camera, but to be honest, I will fix that up, because it's not that hard of a fix. None of the scratches are super deep. It's just going to be like a quick one and done type thing. And I'll be, de-rusting the screw, gunning into all these cracks and crevices, and just cleaning it up to make it look super nice. The original paint, though, is still all there, which is really impressive. So this thing was taken care of well of, just also well loved. You got the basic dirt and grime, which, hey, if you're a cool Tama person, dirt and grime is just kind of a thing that happens, which is why I kind of wanted these cases, because it's easy to, you get easy ways to protect them. Bandai, if you are watching this video, please make a case for your modern connections. I'd love to see new cases that have the whole, like, antenna thing or whatever. I'd love to see more of these type cases. I know you did it with the other 20th devices, so I'm kind of curious if they'll do one for, like, the whole connection re-releases. But we'll put that one down. We got another wonderful thing here. This is the Aai. Now, this basically uses it's like an updated version of the Katai, which is like the Japanese version of the V3. This one has a cool, like, red pixel display and everything. It's kind of hard to show on the camera, weirdly. So I guess that'll be the fun of recording this one later on. But it uses red pixels and everything, so that'll be a really cool thing to show off later. And it's basically just an updated version of the original device. And the cool part is, once we do get to do a series over this one will have things that even the re-releases don't even have, because Bandai only said they included, like, stuff from the original Katai and the original V3. So it is kind of interesting to think that we will have more of this special content. Same with this one here, because both these are very different from the basic releases. This one has its own special characters, and this one will also have its own special stuff on it. Now let's move on to the last two of the Tamas that I picked up in my whole Bai box. We got a basic Katai. This is a cool little, the V3 thing. And as you see there's a difference in keychains. You can probably actually see this in all of them as well. Each one of them is very much more different than the basic American designs. The cool part is, with the re-releases of the V3, the Japanese versions will be getting these cool little, like, keychain designs. So if you decide you do not like our weird American circles, you can get better, apparently. So, actually, I don't know if they're using the American circles. Ooh, I need to look at that in a bit. They might be using, this type style, where it's like the push chain style. But this is a basic original V3. Comes in a nice black shell or whatever. This is a new unboxed one, so we get to actually unbox one later on when we get to this series. So that's really cool. Trying to figure out how I want to do this whole, like, stuff, but it is really cool to see the differences. Digital Friends of the World. 2004, can you believe it? Years ago, and you can see all the little art in the back there of the, like, actual pixel artwork, which is really cool. Like, that's really awesome to see all that little art design. I'm excited to get into this one later on. And of course, we have the last one, which isn't a V3 type or whatever. This one is a Uratama, which in the Americas is a version 4.5. But this one has some crazy differences. So first off, as you see here, it has a blue pixel display. So that means it's using these awesome, cool little blue pixels inside of it, which is really awesome. I really like that idea. Instead of using the basic black pixels, we have this one, which uses the awesome little blue pixels. And of course, we have this one right here, which uses red pixels, or pinkish pixels, I guess you could say. Really cool to see that. And this one is also new, so pretty cool. This one is a JAL collaboration. So this means this was a whole, like, advertisement for JAL, which is a Japanese airline. I do have another JAL device. This is not an uncommon thing. Bandai does actually, do a lot of work with JAL. It's not their first time. They did it with Digimon at one point, and I think they did it again with later devices as well. So it is pretty cool to have multiple of these JAL devices. And of course, you see there's the little beads right there. They say JAL. And of course, you can see the little pool towel right there, which we will also get to open this one at some point on video, which is really cool. So that's pretty much all the Tama stuff we got here. So we got the awesome Tama. We got a wonderful Katai, the basically Japanese V3. Those two are new, so we get to unbox those. A wonderful Hanaruchi. This one is used, but of course it is in super nice condition, and we still have the original box for it, so we can still actually show that off later on, which is really exciting to look at. And of course we have the Akai, which is another exciting one. We do not have the box though, but to be honest, there are some really cool differences in this device that I'm excited to show off. And of course, I'll be doing a bit of basic cleaning on this one. This one's not too bad. And of course we have the Family Chi for the very end of this whole little thing, which is a bit dirty. I'll clean it up, and we will be nice and perfect. I do love the little keychain design right here. I love the little lock and key. And this one will be a really interesting one to run in the future, because the concept of this one is that you are raising 3 Tamas on it, which is super exciting to see that. It is super exciting to have like that whole like difference there. And of course, we got the Osu and Mesu cases, which these will be a mainstay for the whole connection line. And if I ever do an Osu and Mesu run, we'll see them again. And you'll probably also see them again if I ever... I will get a... Well, one will probably see these in the Music Star, because I am so going to put these in a case on a Music Star. Those things are uber expensive, and I would rather have that protected. So if I ever get a Music Star, the case will be on that thing forever. And these will also be put on with like the Osu and Mesu and stuff like that. I'll probably get more of these cases over time. Reproductions of these cases do exist out there, so if you want one that is completely clear, you can actually go out there and find them pretty easily. There's a bunch of sellers out there who make them, so I'd recommend looking into that. There's also ones who modify them or make versions of them that work with the later connections as well. And I recommend looking into those ones instead of, damaging originals. Also, these originals can go for a nice pretty penny, so I recommend looking into the reproductions. I got lucky that I found 2 of these for nice and cheap. But, as you see there, pretty cool little cases. I'm excited about this. And of course, that's pretty much it for the whole like buy e-box. We'll talk about the Tamas themselves now, because it's probably a thing we should be doing. So these Tamas are pretty much doing their average. Basically, just need to do some playing with them and everything. I need to still complete their training. They have not done too many training callouts. And I know this for a fact, because they just haven't called out to me often, and that kind of weirds me out. That they never called out this often. So it's kind of weird. Kind of curious on if this will affect my connection aspects of this thing. Let's see. We're about to find out. Will these cases block the IR sensors? Let's find out. Oh wow, it actually connected immediately. That's pretty sick. So, yep, these do not block the IR sensors. Sweet! That's good for me. And there we go. They're going to open up the package here. And, of course, we will... Oop, we got a heart. Ooh, let's see. And, of course, we will do another connection. Because why not? And there we go, got a nice little connection here. And of course it flew over to this side. Got the basic little missing sprite from the design, because it doesn't know about the other ones, but still pretty cool. What do you get on the side? Let's see, what do we get? We got a little flower. Ooh, that's fancy. But these guys have not changed much yet, so they're doing pretty fine. I've been treating them well and everything. I do need to give them some trainings or playing soon, but these guys have been doing pretty well, pretty good. And that's pretty much it for this episode. It was basically just an update on stuff I picked up, so that's really cool to see all that stuff and show it off, because overall these guys have not evolved yet, so these are just in this weird little basic stage currently, where nothing much is going on currently. But it is exciting to still show them off, because these are wonderful little guys. In the next episode, they'll probably be evolved, or hopefully they're evolved. Maybe, hopefully, I don't know. We are behind on training stuff, so that's kind of worrying. So these guys might be going down the weird path of not having the full-on like training aspects of them. I think that just means they go down the negative path, maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of curious on how that will affect things in this run. But to be honest, I'm okay with that, because it'd give us a bit of randomness to do. I guess you can say that, because I want to marry them together. And to be honest, it might be a good excuse to have this one grow old and do whatever. Go into the elderly stages. So, kind of interesting little things to talk about. But that is pretty much it for this episode. Thank y'all for watching. And thank y'all for... Well, let's see what's going on here. I hope it's on this side. Oh, this side wants praising. Let's praise him. Let's praise this wonderful boy. I've not done this on camera. This is actually really cool to show this off finally. So that's the discipline function. That's what the whole like training thing is right there. So now it only needs one more training. But the whole concept of that is you can just, it says praise or timeout. Timeout is when they call out and they still have hearts on the screen. So you put them in timeout for that function. It does make them lose one heart of happiness, but it gives you one thing of training, and you can easily fix the happiness thing. And the praising is basically when they did that, where, as you saw it around, it turned around and had a little angry cloud. You can praise him, and he'll be happy. Another way to know that you can do the whole praising thing is that it will be crying, and you can go there and just fix it up pretty quickly. Pretty exciting, though. And we'll clean the toilet here. But nothing much happening on these devices. Pretty simple little things today. We're still on child stage, so nothing much is happening, sadly. But I wanted to show off all the cool little Japanese things I got today. So, I'm excited. I might make another video soon about the other Bai stuff I got, but I wanted just to show off the cool little random ones I picked up. These are really cool. I'm not sponsored by Bai. I'd love to be one day, but for right now, I'm not sponsored. So, thank y'all for watching. Thank you, Bai, for just helping me out with importing all this cool stuff, because just the idea that I can get a bunch of Tamagotchis off Japanese websites is really cool, and a really nice cheap way of doing it. But overall, it was really awesome. I'm not going to talk about the prices I paid and stuff like that, because I feel like other YouTubers have talked about that and done a better job than me. But for right now, thank y'all for watching. Sorry for the rambles, and see you next time. Bye!